Okay, how much pee is in our pools? As you know, pools are treated with chlorine to keep them bacteria-free and safe. It has always been hard to measure how much of each kind of pollutant might be in pool water. A chemist at the University of Alberta, that is in Canada, has found a marker that stays present in the pool water even after it's chlorinated that can be used to measure the presence of urine in the water. There's an artificial sweetener, shortened ACE-K, that is designed not to be digested and to flow right through the body and consequently not cause calories to be absorbed or weight gain. The sweetener is in soups, yogurt, and all kinds of common foods, and it can be measured in pool solutions. The scientists calculated that 220,000-gallon commercial-sized swimming pool, like one of the above, contained 18.5 gallons of pee. Yikes. We started wondering how much pee is in the swimming pools that we actually go to frequently. Do you worry about how much pee is in the pools or lakes where you swim, and what are your thoughts or concerns? Okay, do you think about it?
Now I am.
And now you're going to?
I don't think swimming out there won't get sick.
Right, that's what would be like. Yes, I try not to think about it. Have you guys peed in the pool? Maybe, probably. Okay. Anyways, I would want to know, is it safe to swim in other people's pee? Is it safe to swim in other people's urine? Should we say urine or pee? People's piss. You like that? Okay. Yes.
I left my math packet in my last period class. Can I get it? Because I need to turn it in.
Can you wait till after we're done and then go grab it? Okay. If there are 18.5 gallons of urine in a 220,000-gallon pool, what would be a good ratio to use in our calculations? Okay, so we're going to use ratios to solve these problems. So 220,000 gallons of H2O, water, over 18.5 gallons of piss. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. So if we divide this, we'd find the unit rate, like how many gallons of water for 1 gallon of pee. So divide this and it comes out to 11,800. I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number, 92 gallons of H2O over 1 gallon of pee. So for every 11,892 gallons of water in the pool, there's going to be about 1 gallon of pee. What do you think? You think that's 5 people? What'd you guess? I don't know. Technically, if we could separate the water into urine and water, it would really be about 18.5 gallons of urine and only 219,000 gallons of water. Do you think that those two ratios will make a big difference in our calculations? So if we're doing 220,000 gallons over 18.5, should we be using actually 219,981.5 over 18.5 to have a more accurate calculation? Well, if we were to divide these two numbers, we'd get 11,890.86. And then if we divided this over here, we'd get 11,891.89. Okay, to me, that difference is really negligible. So no, we're just going to use the 220,000 ratio. So the answer, would it make a difference? No, it's negligible. It's an estimation anyway. Okay, next. Okay, so now we're going to start looking at pools that you would actually swim in on an ongoing basis. In the summer, I swim at the Wayland Community Pool, or like the YMCA like we have here. This is a typical high school short course rectangular pool. Its length is 25 yards. So let's pretend this is a high school swimming pool with the lane lines and everything. The length is 25 yards. The width is 60 feet. And the depth varies from shallow end at 3 feet. So we'll put 3 feet over here. And the deep end is at 7 feet. Okay, it says label the pitcher with lengths, width, and average depth using the same units for all. So I started labeling it already, but it wants everything in the same units. So since 2 of the things are in feet, I'll just turn this into feet as well. 25 yards, you would multiply that by 3 feet per yard and get 75 feet long. And then it says to use the average depth. So the average would be, you would do 3 plus 7 divided by 2. So you'd get 10 over 2, which is 5 feet. So the average depth is 5 feet. Okay, so you probably get where we're going with this. We're going to find volume of the pool. So if you just go to the top of the next page, I'm going to turn my page, but you're just going to go to the other side. We're going to find the volume of the pool. Okay. It says, in cubic feet of water, what is the volume of my summer pool? Okay. So the volume of a rectangular prism would be length times width times height, or in this case, depth of the pool. So volume is length, which was 75 feet. The width was 60 feet. And the depth was an average of 5 feet. Multiply those 3 things together, and we get 22,500 feet cubed of water in the pool. But that's feet cubed, it's not gallons, and we need it in gallons. So the next part says there are 7.48 gallons of water in 1 cubic foot. So we can take the cubic feet and just multiply by 7.48, and then we'd have the number of gallons. So 22,500 feet cubed times 7.48 gallons of H2O, and then we get 168,300 gallons. H2O, pool water. Okay, that's how many gallons are in like the community pool, like the YMCA pool. How much urine is probably in this pool show all work. So to find out how much pee is in this pool, we're going to use the ratio that we came up earlier. We'll just use the unit rate was 11,892 gallons of water has 1 gallon of pee. And then we're going to put that equal to the gallons in this pool. And then we'll calculate the gallons of pee. Okay, so at this point we're cross multiplying. 11,000 times x would be 11,892. X equals 1 times this number. Then you would divide both sides by 11,000, and x equals 14.15 gallons of pee. Jeez. So in the YMCA pool, you can expect 14 gallons of pee. That's a lot. And what's crazy is it never really gets emptied out. Like, unless you drain the pool completely, which you don't really do that often. I don't know. Okay. My friend Patrice lives in an apartment complex that has its own swimming pool. This is a smaller pool with a length of 12.5 yards, width of 10 yards, and a depth that varies between 1.5 and 6 feet. There is no diving board. What does that have to do with anything? How many gallons of water and pee are in Patrice's pool? Okay. To me, an apartment complex pool would be probably similar to the pools we have in our backyard in Florida. Let's see. So let's find the volume of the pool. this is in yards, and then feet, but we're going to put everything in feet. So for the length, we'd do 12.5 times 3 feet per yard to get the number of feet. And then multiply that by 10 yards times 3 to get the number of feet. And then for depth, we're going to do an average, 1.5 plus 6 divided by 2. And this comes out to 37.5 times 30 times 3.75. Multiply those numbers out, and it comes out to 4,218.75 feet cubed for the volume. Okay, but that's in feet cubed, it's not in gallons. So we have to multiply the feet cubed by 7.48 gallons per cubic foot. And it comes out to, how many gallons? 31,556.25 gallons of water in the pool. Then, to solve for how many gallons of pee, we'd have to set up the ratio again, 11,892 over 1 gallon of pee equals 31,000 gallons in this pool over how many gallons of pee? And it comes out to 2.65. So almost 3 gallons of pee in your apartment complex pool or community pool, like community center, I don't know, like the clubhouse pool. Okay, but consider this. Actually, there's tons of children and babies that use Patrice's pool. How much do you guess that the ratio of pure water to pee is changed by those babies and kids? I don't know. I'd say double it. But then again, babies and kids pee less, like volume. I don't know. We'll just say double it.
You need the slip.
C, thank you. Yes.
Don't pools get filtered automatically?
Yeah, but like,
Like if you don't filter the pool and you leave it overnight, doesn't it get
Drain. Like you filter all the water every night? I guess. But it's still in there. It's just cleaned, right? It'd be like taking urine, purifying it, and then drinking it. Like, it's still pee, right? I don't know. That's what they do, I guess. I don't know. This is a pretty common backyard pool. Well, not in Florida. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. This pool is 16 feet across, so the diameter is 16 feet. The height or the depth is 40 inches. How much pee do you suppose is in this pool? Well, we'd have to find the volume, which volume of a cylinder is area of the base times the height. And the base in this case is a circle times the height. Ooh, bring back that geometry. We do need everything in the same unit. So we have feet here. Let's just turn this into feet. This would be 4 feet. And then we can plug in the numbers. So volume, pi, the radius would be 8 squared times 4 feet. This comes out to 804.25 feet cubed. Then you would take this number and multiply by the 7.48 gallons. And you get 6,015.77 gallons of H2O in that pool. So that's in the pool. Okay, to find the number of P, or the amount of P, 11,892 gallons over 1 gallon equals 6,015.77 over X. 11,892 X equals 6,015.77, and X equals 5 gallons of P. Wait, 0.5, sorry. So half a gallon, supposedly. And then last but not least, can you create a formula or explain in your own words a process for figuring out how much P is in any volume of pool water? Okay.
Is that 0.5 or 5?
0.5, half a gallon. I feel like it could be more with that many humans in there. Okay, a formula. Any volume, well, you'd have to have take the volume of the pool, multiply it by 7.48 gallons per feet cubed, and then you would divide it by 11,892, and then you would get the number of gallons of P. Bet. So, now you have something to discuss at dinner tonight. How you're going to calculate how much P is in your pool. Yes. Let me give you a pass. And, okay. So, turn this in to the basket. For the rest of class, the time is yours to either finish every